Good morning, Lethbridge. It's Karri Flatla here at Remax Real Estate Lethbridge for Friday Fire Money Shot series. How are you guys today? It's sunny out. It's windy, but it's sunny, so I'm happy. It can be really cold, but if it's sunny out, I'm happy. It's what I love about Lethbridge in southern Alberta. And I'm a little bit later today. Usually I do Friday Fire at 9:30 on Fridays, but we've been negotiating on a home for one of my homeowners, so it's pretty exciting. Yeah, it's getting busy, guys. It's cold and it's busy. So as usually happens in Lethbridge every year around February, probably a little later than normal, because it's been so cold, but every February we see things start to rock and roll in Lethbridge. We sell houses every month of the year for sure. Regan and I had a crazy busy December with relocation and just there was a lot of activity on our side of the desk in December, but the cold snap doesn't help for sure. But it's getting busy. It's good. It's really good. So today I want to talk about systems and process. Last week we talked about real property reports and how, that's some pretty sexy paperwork. It helps you make money. I think systems and process are the hub of how we are successful on our team and in our real estate business. And I want to tell you why. And, I think a lot of people, it's sort of like talking about it's like talking about accounting or, blueprints or whatever. Like, it's just boring to people when you start talking about systems and processes. But it's not boring, and here's why it's not boring. Because when you sit down with us as a buyer or a seller, because we have really tight systems and processes for our buyers too, we got homework, guys. Look at this. See? Okay, so this is what Karri Flatla and Associates sits down with you, and we work through all these things, okay? Like, this is a book. And then when you list your house, you get another book with how things are going to work when your house is on the market. And when you sit down with Regan, if you're a buyer, we got a book. We got some homework here, home buyer guide. And this isn't something you can just get anywhere. Okay, I know you can go on the internet and get free stuff everywhere, but we've spent years developing these processes. Years developing this. Why is that important? That is important because when you're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars or you're selling a house for hundreds of thousands of dollars, for 90+% of the population, that is the biggest transaction that you're going to make, and it's such a big transaction that if it goes badly, it will impact you for the rest of your life. I've experienced with this personally. So you need to know that we have a tight, predictable, proven process for managing that entire transaction. Not just when we're writing and negotiating an offer, and we got processes for that too, but from the time you sit down with us and meet us and shake our hand to the time that we hand over keys to months later, what can you expect to happen? Most people only move every few years, if that. Probably 5 to 7 years is the average, although I would say in Alberta I feel like the average is less. I think because of our very mobile workforce, the type of economy that we have here, people move around a lot within the province even. So, you let's say every 3 years you might be moving, but how can you predict what's going to happen? And there are a lot of moving parts to a transaction, and you don't do this every day. We help people buy and sell homes every day of the year, all year we're doing this. So we know some of the typical surprises that come up. We understand some of the challenges that you're going to face. There are certain things that just happen again and again and again in every transaction, or there's patterns in transactions, there's patterns with types of buyers and sellers and types of properties, and we know the things to look for. And the great thing about having a system or a process is that it gives you, I look at it as it's a safe space. It's a safe space. We're talking about safe spaces. We don't give you hot cocoa and marshmallows and a comfort dog, but we could start doing that. But it gives you a safe container within which to engage in that process. And so when something does come up that's a challenge or was a surprise, we've got systems and processes to deal with that. We have the relationships to deal with that. We have the knowledge to deal with that. We manage the timelines. All of those things are so important to reduce your stress, and most of all, to reduce the risk. If your realtor is winging it and just making it up as they go along, that's going to cost you a lot of money in the end, and you're going to be really stressed out. You're not going to make as sound of a decision when a challenge does come up, or you're in a tough negotiation, or all the myriad of things that can happen during a real estate transaction. The systems and processes will guide you and support you and help you make good decisions, and that's what we're here for. So that's kind of my lesson for today. I think it's a pretty sexy topic. I think it's an important topic, and I think it's an overlooked topic, because people watch HGTV and, you know, the realtors, like, they're on the phone. Where's my phone? The realtor's on the phone and they're just like doing deals, and yeah, we got an accepted offer, and yeah, I got you 20 grand off, and yeah, we got all this stuff. Well, you know what? That's not how it happens. That's not what happens. That's not real. There's a lot of back and forth. There's paperwork, there's legal issues, there's contract issues, there's real property report issues, there's disclosure issues, inspections, financing, the bank, all this stuff, right? You don't just make a couple calls and sell a house. I would be, like, that would be, wow. Like, there would be thousands of realtors if that was the case. So it's this stuff, guys. It's process, systems and process. And we'll walk you through that process, and you'll have the guideposts all the way through, right? So yeah, systems and processes. It's very sexy. It makes you more money, saves you money when you're buying a house, makes you feel safe. You know, I should talk to Regan. Maybe we should start offering hot cocoa with marshmallows when people feel stressed. Would that be insulting? Anyway, hi Pam. You show up for this every week, and I was half an hour later than normal today. How do you do that? Anyway, I hope you guys have a terrific weekend. It's really windy out, but you know what? It's sunny and life is good, and it's a great time to buy or sell real estate in Lethbridge. It's getting busy, and I love it when it's busy. So give us a call if you have any questions, or leave a comment below if you have questions about what are important systems and processes, or if you have a question about a specific process in the real estate transaction. We'd love to hear from you, and have an awesome rest of your Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.